you know?
But if I had to put a Mount Rushmore of four singers that hit the ground running, strong singers from start to finish, it would be Casey, it would be Sisqó,
Okay. Huh?
Sisqó, it would be RL, and it would be
Mm-hmm.
Wanya Morris.
Mm,
It'd be Wanya.
that's a great list.
It'd be Wanya because I mean, at the end of the day, Wanya always he just didn't know how to chill.
Yeah, he knew one volume.
Yeah, he didn't know how to chill. And he was
Yeah.
very musically, like he was very like R&B, like very trained with his sound to ride into beats, but you always
Yeah.
knew where he was going. You always knew
That makes me think.
you always knew where he was going, right? So, but RL was
Yeah.
just like RL was just an animal, like from the
Yeah, man.
like
He definitely
he
was.
was like looking to conquer. Like this is
Yeah,
what
but
he
you know
had.
what? Why didn't he have a career? Like that's what I'm trying to think. Like as a solo artist, why? I
He
remember
had Good
seeing a
Love.
lot of the
That song Good Love was
maybe
pretty good though.
maybe maybe he didn't have the right team, you know,
It's all about
because
teams. What we said in the first
yeah,
pilot episode. It's about teams, man.
because RL was still working. Like I remember those websites where they would have all the unreleased songs by these artists, and you'd be like songs that these R&B artists are writing, but just ain't getting placed or blah blah blah. Those websites that used to come out, and RL was very present
Yeah.
in that
Oh
field. I
yeah.
always use his name. You know, he always was writing. You know, and but
RL had
whenever
that song
he
Good
had a
Love.
choice, when you gotta add. Well, no,
No, put your four up. You can put your four up. You think about it.
I think yeah, your four is pretty good. I mean, I honestly been trying to. I mean,
If
at
you
one
want to
point
take
I was going to
somebody else
say
out, you could take somebody else out of it. But I mean,
no.
I think that
I
was
mean,
it.
it would be to with me, because I think
Because I'm
personally,
mad I didn't add Johnny Gill. I'm mad I didn't add Johnny Gill.
exactly. But and it's like I almost wanted to add Tyrese a little bit. You know what I'm
I know.
saying? But to me, he's like a 7. He's like a 7 in the Angry Singer Mount
I'm
Rushmore.
gonna
You
say
know?
this. I'm gonna say reason why Tyrese is not in this, and the only reason why Ty, if you're hearing this right now, Tyrese, respect to you. The only reason why Tyrese is not in this hit the ground running singers, Mount Rushmore singers, is because his team told him to chill.
Mm,
People told him to chill. He wanted to hit certain notes and do his thing, and they told him this is how the song's supposed to
yeah.
be sung. Lately, Sweet
Mm,
Lady, he didn't want to sing certain things the way they were sung back then.
yeah.
He wanted to have party songs when he was younger. Usher was doing My Way and all these different things out the box. And Tyrese ends up having these legendary love songs, but he's a younger guy and he wanted to be talking about, with the ladies and cheek clapping and running the streets. He wanted to sing
Yeah.
them type of songs. But the
Yeah.
songs that,
But he looked like a model.
but,
But he was a
but,
model, you know? So it's
but
like,
his,
let's keep that model look,
but
you
his
know?
team and producers put him in the right spot
Yeah.
of,
Shout out to Troy.
yes, Mr.
Troy Taylor had
Mr.
a
Troy Taylor had a
well, Troy
great
Taylor was
formula.
on Troy Taylor, who I used to work for. He vocally arranged Tyrese on Sweet Lady,
That's what I'm
and
trying to
his
say.
backgrounds, his voice, Troy Taylor's voice backgrounds are still on Sweet Lady. You'll hear them all over the track.
Absolutely. When you pull the track apart, Tyrese is not on the chorus because Tyrese didn't come back to do the chorus.
And he also had a hard problem with Tyrese. So that's the story behind the scenes that,
But I did.
Tyrese kept fighting him, and kept finding his direction, until he eventually gave in, and then he realized, oh, it does sound good, that type, because Troy he's the producer and the vocal producer. So when you have producers that can produce a track musically and produce vocals as well, they're on your ass. And so it's like they know what they want, they know how sonically it sounds, then they also know what emotion vocally you have to do. And they won't settle until both sounds come together like this. So if you're struggling on your vocals, you'll be in there doing quite a few takes, with Troy. I think he's still like that too to this day.
Oh, you think so?
Yeah.
So that's the thing. So that's the thing with Tyrese. The reason why Tyrese is not on that list of the four, again, I repeat the four, Mount Rushmore. I feel the Mount Rushmore, strong R&B singers, males that hit the ground running and didn't stop, start to finish. Again, KC, RL from next, and what was that last guy? Oh man,
Wanya? You
Wanya
said
Morris.
Wanya.
I'm sorry, Wanya. Yeah, Wanya Morris from Boyz II Men. Wanya Morris hit the ground running because even on Broken Hearted, he was going crazy on Brandy's in the Brandy track. He was going crazy. I mean, I can't remember a song where Wanya was chill. Like you knew where he
Yeah.
was going every single time he was going there. You always see a rain would be on his face or something, especially if they were outside and the rain was hitting or water was hitting them. Water
Yeah.
runs dry, oh, man. Once you see them up on some rocks, the water hitting
Yeah.
the face, you knew what he was about to
Yeah.
do.
Yeah.
And he would always go around that last, not the chorus, but the bridge, that fourth bridge, that
Yeah.
final bridge. Here comes
Yeah.
Wanya.
Yeah, because if he wasn't hitting the verse running, they were saving him for the bridge. I mean, hence, look at the song, right?
Yeah.
They saved him for the bridge.
Yes.
You know, they had the smooth. There's Shawn and
Shawn would always
and
ride.
Nathan
Yes.
singing the verses.
Shawn and Nathan.
The only problem with Shawn Stockman, and this is the thing with me and Shawn Stockman, right?
There we go.
He always overdid it, and he always had wrong placements with his riffs.
Think so?
Let me not say always. But
you heard
let's
a lot.
just say that he does. He always could have cut the riff shorter when he used it. You know, and like you didn't have to do an extra. Like you could have literally just cut it a little bit shorter, finish the verse. But with him, okay, no, I am going to say it. He had bad placements with his riffs. He could riff, had bad placements with his riffs. And when you look at his R&B, when you look at the shows and the concert shows of them doing it now, you'll see why I said what I said. All right? Matter of fact, let's go there. There was a time where Boyz II Men were doing live shows and they said they got tired of going to the shows because they're tired of these cats not singing it like the song. Why? Because they kept over riffing. I said it, yeah. You can riff, know your placements, or lose money. That's why you're doing a podcast.
He's doing a podcast because he loves R&B and he loves music. And you know what? I think that's what makes Boyz II Men know, Shawn, in another way. I think that's what made Boyz II Men. I think
over riffing, low ticket sales. That's the formula.
I think this is what made their group Boyz II Men, is because Shawn had his style of, again, you can be so musically inclined and have so much knowledge that you do need to be pulled back. You can oversing.